Wait, don't scroll. We have a few minutes for the gospel. So, in today's video, we're gonna talk about what the Bible says about bad company, right? And says about how we choose our company and the type of company, we keep, how we keep our inner circle, right? So, this verse is coming from 1 Corinthians 15, verse 33. This is what it says. Be not deceived. Evil communication corrupt good manners. Right? Be not deceived. Evil communication corrupt good manners. So, it tells us that we have to be careful of who we have with ears, right? Who in our surrounding, you know, who our friend, who our company, right? Who influence. So we have we have to surround ourselves, right? We have to surround ourselves. We have to surround ourselves with godly and positive influence that will help you to get closer to God, right? Will help you to get closer to God. So when we equip our circle with those company, you know, it help us in our walk with God, encourage us in our walk with God. So us as believers are called to have godly company, right? We're not supposed to surround ourselves in, you know, because as I say, evil communication corrupt good manners. Because we all surround ourselves in our company with only highlights, right? Highlights negative, harmful, sinful, habits. So that's going to only lead us further away from God, right? It will not lead us further away from God. And that's why it says, it highlights the concept that who you spend time with, your inner circle, scientifically influence your actions and moral. Often summarize as, right? Remember I tell us that show me your friends and I will show you your future. So therefore, if you keep on in the bad circle, right, in the bad, influence, then that the fruit that we are gonna eat, that the fruit that we are gonna eat, we are gonna eat the fruit, right? That's the fruit we are gonna eat. But when we take ourselves out of that situation and surround ourselves with godly, positive influence that draw you closer to God. If you go through a rough day, them encourage you and tell you that God not leave you. Them encourage you to get closer, not to give up. Right? We not go stay in this company. That's why it says we are gonna lose friends. Just have that reminder that we are gonna lose friends, but there's nothing more important in this world than living for Jesus Christ, right? Because he died on the cross for us, for me and you. I don't deserve that. You don't deserve that. None of us deserve it. None of us deserve that love that he's shown. That's love that he showed on the cross for us. He showed love for just because he loves us. So therefore, as believers, when you're walking for Christ, when you're living for Christ, when you're following Christ, we have to deny ourselves. That means let go of everything that is not going to bring you closer to Christ. Right? It's not going to bring you closer to Christ. So if something is causing you to sin, cut it off. Someone is causing you to sin, cut it off. So therefore, if that company is causing you not to follow God the right way, we have to cut it off. Right? Because it says, be not deceived. God, if you deceive yourself until it's okay to be in that company, right? It's okay to be in that company, then we will deceive yourself. So, if you feel, alright, look, it's okay if we keep on and do this while we are following, no. We want to go deceive ourselves. Right? We want to go deceive ourselves. Because the evil communication corrupt good manner. Evil company, bad company corrupt good character. Right? So bad things, that the way we go feed the spirit with negativity, harmful and sinful behaviors. Wait, Jesus never called us to do that. Right? So therefore we have to leave all of those behind. All of those, because we have a sinful nature about us. Right? We have a sinful nature about us. Right? So therefore we have to we are going to lose friends. But there's nothing more important in this world than to live for Jesus Christ. Because He is the one. Remember I say, for God so loved the world that He gave His one and only Son, that whosoever believe in Him should not perish, but have everlasting life. Like literally His one and only Son, just to pay that sacrifice for us, just to save us. Pay that sacrifice for us, just to save our life, because none of us could not endure what He had went through. Right? None of us could have endured what He had went through. So that's why we have to love Him in our actions. So when He tells us not to do that, not to follow that company, to leave that company, to stay away from that company, we have to obey. Right? We have to obey what He says, because therefore that company is not going to lead us to Him. No, it's going to lead us further away from Him. Right? It's going to lead us further away from Him. Right? So we have to choose our friends wisely. Choose our company wisely. Not everyone's supposed to have your ears. Right? Because, just choose your friends wisely. As believers, we have to walk in the light, not in darkness. Right? Walk with the godly and the positive influence, positive to guide you to God. You're not going to draw you away from Him, but to guide you and to strengthen you, to always be there to in the time of help, to help you. So right, yeah. As I say, evil communication corrupt good manner. So yeah, share this to somebody, this might can help somebody there. Remember, Jesus love you, and have a blessed day. Peace.